You're not supposed to be the same, so stop trying to go back to the version of X, Y, and Z. Hey, I'm Tiffany, your guide to inner knowing and expansion through and with plant medicine. Welcome. So happy you're here. In the context of plant medicine, but as a whole, because I can relate this to almost every therapy client that I've ever had, every coaching client that I've ever had, is the idea that we want to go back to some former version of ourselves. In relationships, we want to go back to the beginning of the relationship. Some of us have idealized versions in our head of when we were children and we were young and carefree. My dog was trying to dig a hole to China just now in the house. But the idea of trying to go back to a version of us before we were grieving, went through a breakup, before when we were children, the beginning of whatever that version is, we're not supposed to go back to that version. We are not the same people that existed in that version of who we were, right? So many other events have taken place. So many different things just about our own growth have happened. And so the idea of going back to a version that you either romanticized or before a version of grief that we've experienced just isn't possible, and it's not supposed to be. We don't want to go backwards. We don't want to go forwards. The only moment we have is this one right now. And so much of our perception of who we are in this moment is tied to a past version of ourselves that no longer exists. And part of plant medicine that is super powerful is realizing it's the disruption that you need to realize that going forwards, going backwards, going forwards, going to some version that just doesn't exist isn't helpful. You have grown as a person, and when you can embrace all the versions of yourself, not shaming it, not romanticizing it, just that is what it was, and you can hold all of those versions of yourself, it's like time almost collapses. I don't know how to describe that in a better way. Healing happens when you embrace the idea that you will never go back to a different version of yourself, nor should you want to, because this is the version that matters. And if there is a version that you want to align to in the future, it doesn't happen by going backwards. There is absolutely benefit in understanding where you came from, how you shape your perceptions around the world and who you are. That's the work, right? Is understanding that and then realizing you don't want to go back there. You're not meant to. If you like this content, like this post, follow us. It means the world to us, and go mess around in the links. Maybe you'll find something exciting there, as I am still trying to figure out how to, get people in a space where we can talk about what the plant medicine is. Have a good one.